Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fan Experience TV. Episode 83 is upon us. 100 is right around the corner from, so we want to ask you, dedicated viewers, what should we do for number 100? Maybe we'll ask the guests at the end too. What ideas they have. But it's Tuesday night. And it is a jam-packed week in sports, and that's pretty much why this show exists. It's sports, and it's moments like these, that create these fan experiences that people just are waiting to see. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I am your host, Mike Katos, and alongside me is my co-host, Rick Molina. Rick, this week is going to be crazy. So let's hear your opening thoughts.
Well, first of all, I have my nose, so that's good. I'm not Kevin Pillar, who almost got killed last night. We'll get to that in a minute. But doing well. As you know, our beloved New York Knicks have made the playoffs, so congratulations to the Knicks. Tom Thibodeau, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and the crew down there getting to the 4th seed. We'll host the first round. We'll have home court for the first round against the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks, Clint Capella on Sunday. So that's really exciting, obviously. But I think the story we got to get into, and obviously the NHL playoffs, where we're going to get with our guest in a minute. We're going to talk some of that. But the story we got to get into, Mike, is Kevin Pillar. As you were saying, we were talking right before the year. Nobody wanted this guy 3 weeks ago. Don't give him a bat. Sit him on the bench. He was the Alfred Payton of the New York Mets. Nobody wanted to see him. This poor guy gets up to bat. A fastball just is lost out there. And
97 miles an hour, right
on his nose.
Right to the nose.
And I thought he killed him when it first happened. I was like, he's dead.
They were cleaning out blood for like 5 minutes, I think they said.
And he was just gushing blood, man. And the first thing I thought of, I was like, my God. But this guy today, he's handing out the lineup card. He's cracking jokes. His nose is crooked. He's going to need surgery. But just what a sort of scary experience last night watching that.
It really is. And you got Noah Syndergaard putting out tweets saying, people say baseball is not a tough sport.
Jesus, come on.
Yeah, of course, compared to the other ones. But you know what never made sense to me?
Yeah.
The fact that in golf, you have to hit a ball that's stationary and nobody's allowed to talk. But in baseball, you have a 100-mile-an-hour pitch coming at you, and people are allowed to scream at the top of their lungs. That never once made sense to me. Why?
Right.
Not really about. Of course, the fans are going to be screaming and whatever, but the fact that you have to control yourself in golf for somebody to concentrate on this stationary ball, it absolutely makes no sense to me. That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, Pillar got drilled. He got drilled, and he's been swinging the bat well. And dude shows up to the ballpark today and asks if he's in the lineup.
But I think he wanted to add a little levity to it, let people know that he's okay.
Of course, and he.
But have you also
handed in the lineup card as well?
Yeah. But did you also see who the Mets have on on the injured list? I mean, they got Syndergaard.
I see who they don't have on the injured list.
Well, but they got Syndergaard, the guard, Carrasco, Seth Lugo. I mean, the list is
I think it's 13.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Out of their 40-man roster. And I think, and they just made a trade for Cameron Maybin. Okay. There's also talk of them having interest in Yasiel Puig, who has not played since 2019.
Yeah, he's been out for 2 years. I don't want Yasiel Puig for the Mets.
So Cameron Maybin, I believe it was for cash, and it was just a cash deal.
Look, I think the Mets right now just need to hold on early. It's early still. It's middle of May.
Of course. Hey, they're still holding on to first place right now.
Yep.
And Steve Cohen's out there and pleading with all the fans on Twitter, just don't overreact and keep the faith and let's go. So take it for what it's worth. Steve Cohen wants to engage with his fans, and so be it. It's fun. Sometimes it could be a little much and not necessary, but at least he's doing what the MLB hasn't been doing,
exactly.
being vocal on social media. And maybe he wants to be the MLB's version of Mark Cuban. Who knows?
Maybe.
But I guess the bigger news, obviously, you mentioned the Knicks and the playoffs and the play-ins. Mm-hmm. So this year is a little different. They have 10 teams make it to the the postseason, so to speak. But there's 2 play-in scenarios. The 7 and 8 teams play each other, and the 9 and 10 teams play each other. Then you have the 9 and 10. The winner of the 9 and 10 play the loser of the 7 and 8.
Got it.
The winner of the 7 and 8 moves on to play the 2 seed, and then the winner of the second game goes on to play the 1 seed. So in this case, the Pacers started it off tonight, and they demolished. They demolished the Charlotte Hornets, 144-117, and now Boston and Washington are underway now.
Watching that now. So now, for whoever wins, what happens now? Yeah, break it down for us.
So whoever wins this Boston-Washington game goes to play the Nets, and then whoever loses it plays the Pacers Thursday night.
Understood.
And then tomorrow night, you got Memphis and the Spurs, who are the 9 and 10. The winner advances to play the loser of the Lakers and the Warriors. So if the Lakers-Warriors, no matter who wins,
they still play.
The winner advances. The loser has a second chance.
Got it.
So that, in a nutshell, that is how you break it down. And, the Pacers, came out firing 144-117. I think it was like 40 points just in the fourth quarter alone.
That's crazy. Charlotte just quit. They didn't want to play no defense. I mean, in the NBA.
Well, they were down. I think they were down like 25 going into the fourth.
Oh, God. I
don't
think they wanted to play. They were like, we're done. So they're eliminated then.
Correct. Yes. The Hornets are.
You don't want to play, don't show up.
The Hornets are eliminated. That is correct. But obviously, tomorrow night, it's a big game. You got LeBron and the Lakers.
That's going to be a fun game to watch.
I mean, they got 2 chances. Either team, got the MVP front runner, Steph Curry, versus LeBron and the Lakers. And my personal opinion is they're both going to end up in the playoffs. I think even the loser of tomorrow night's game is going to win on Friday against the Spurs or the Memphis Grizzlies, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I think that's what's going to happen. Memphis is in the West.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Interesting.
No?
Right? Yeah, Memphis is the West. They're in the West. Yeah, John Morant's out there. He's in the West. Yeah, but the West is loaded, man. I mean, the West.
No, I know, but like Memphis is like right here.
It's in Tennessee.
I mean,
it's on the, is it on the other side of the Mississippi
I never
River?
really understood the Cowboys in the East either.
It's like, remember when back in the days when I think the Arizona Cardinals or the Phoenix, they were Phoenix Cardinals at the time, were in the NFC East. I was like, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, some of these lines that they draw are a little questionable at best. But I mean, it's going to be an interesting play-in, playoff picture, and those Knicks are going to kick off on Sunday against the Hawks.
Yeah, there's not a time set, but for the Knicks fans out there who are thinking of going to the game, I can tell you right now, the secondary market, they're going for like $1,000. I mean, this is why the average Knicks fan can't get into a game, because $1,000. And they're going to have 13,000 people they're going to have 75% capacity. There's going to be 13,000 people in that building. Yep. And so, I mean, it would be nice if there was a way to make these tickets affordable for people, or let like the true Knicks fan in there. I know the Knicks fan like myself and other Knicks fans out there just would love to go to a game and be able to afford it, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, the prices are just going to be astronomical. So, there's always the Blarney Stone on 38th and 31st and 8th if you want to go watch that game, with a rooftop across the street from the Garden, or a couple of bars around there, or, watching at home. I was going to go to the city to watch the game, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to stay home.
I was going to say, like, maybe we should. What time is their game?
It might be like Sunday afternoon at 3.
We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll go catch it somewhere.
Maybe, but I'm leaning towards staying home at this point. Right
we'll table the playoff, the NBA talk.
Oh yeah,
because now we got to start talking a little
NHL. Little drop the gloves.
And let's
drop the gloves and get to it.
Let's drop the gloves. Okay, right now, let's help us in welcoming Tara Fitzgerald from the Glove Drop to the show.
What's up, guys? What's
up?
What's going? What up? What's good? Happy to be here.
Yeah,
happy to have you on. You know, it's great to have you on, and I'm fellow.
Man,
what would you say, Rick? I was gonna say I should have worn the hockey jersey. I totally forgot.
You know what? The Rangers are terrible. I don't know if you're an Isles.
Yes, I'm a Rangers fan. Capo Caco and
you can shoot with the Knicks jersey.
Lafreniere and
this year. I gave up on them so long ago.
Well, you got Islanders colors on. I mean, if that.
There you go.
No, Rick.
No. I got some.
Got Islanders color at least in.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't worry, guys. So to the pod for you. I got it.
So Tara, thank you for joining us. So I know you're a fellow Long Islander, New Yorker.
Oh yeah.
And talk to us about how you developed a passion and love for the game of hockey.
Oh God. All right. Well, it's pretty good. I got 3 brothers. Grew up like tough girl, whole thing. Can't cry in front of them ever. Even if you're hurt, whatever. You're not going to cry. But when I was 4 years old, the Rangers were playing the Vancouver Canucks in the Stanley Cup. I was 4. I had no idea what hockey was. No idea what's going on. But they win. And my dad's yelling for my mom to come downstairs. I'm sitting on the floor and he's going nuts. My older brother was bugging out. And then I see everybody on TV, like the players and the fans going crazy. And I was captivated by it. But then I also saw the Canucks players crying. And I got like tears in my eyes. You know when like a little kid gets emotional for like they watch a sad song or something? That was like I felt so bad. But also I was like, that looks like the best. So then my older brother called me out. He's like, Tara's crying. And I was like, no, I'm not. Ran upstairs, slammed the door. And it kind of had that much of an effect on me to be like, what was that feeling? So I kept, it just stuck in the back of my mind. And then when I was maybe 6 years old, 6 or 7, my mom had gotten me and my 2 younger brothers all played. And we got into it, and it's the best thing in the entire world. I quit when I was 15. I switched from a Catholic school to a public school, and the public school girls out here, out in Long Island, they can be ruthless. So brutal. And they were ripping on me, and I didn't really have any friends, and I was just I wore a uniform my whole life. And then I was wearing like my soccer jerseys and like my And One t-shirts and stuff to school. So I stopped playing. And it's funny because I was taking skating lessons before school in the mornings. And I had this legendary skating coach, Barbara Williams. And my younger brother and I skated with her. She was actually the first female power skating coach in the NHL. She coached the Islanders. So she was the real deal, but she was terrifying. Still is to this day. Still see her at the rink. But she, when I quit, I would sit in the car at 5:30 in the morning while he had his lesson. My mom's like, I'm not leaving the car running. And I'm like, I don't care. And I was terrified. I was mortified because I knew she knew that I didn't want to quit. And I was so ashamed to have quit. So then a couple of years ago, long story short, I just had like a rough go. Some things and I wasn't doing so hot, and my mom came in my room and she was like, well, you better let your cousins know that you guys aren't going to the game, because I had 2 cousins coming up from Florida. They've never been to a hockey game. They've never done any of it. Meanwhile, I'd been in my bed for the last week, not eating, the whole deal, just like completely depressed, feeling like a bag of hot garbage.
You can curse here, it's fine.
Yeah.
You see me struggling with your
you can say shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just struggling
doesn't
so
matter.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. Thank God. All right. I feel better now.
Yeah.
Ease up on it now, boys. All right. So she comes in the room and she's like, you better tell your cousins you're not going to the game. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Why wouldn't we be going to the game? As if like I hadn't just spent the entire week like in my bed like a little bitch, like crying about it. And then I realized I was like, okay, well, hockey's not touched yet by all the other garbage. So that was the thing. And I had wanted to do sports broadcasting to the point so badly that I had quit. I was a pretty successful model in Manhattan. I lived there for 3 years. Can you tell? I lived there for 3 years, and I quit and joined the Army National Guard. They would pay for me to go to school to get broadcasting experience. But then I got medically discharged. That's kind of what triggered the old depression thing.
Got it.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do something else. And I had made a friend from Canada, from Toronto, and he was like, oh, you should check out Steve Dangle. And I did. And if you don't know Steve Dangle, he's has a YouTube channel. It's called Leafs Fan Reaction. This guy is like the ultimate Leafs fan. He's been doing this for like 10 years plus. Now he works with Sportsnet. He puts up a post game after every single Leafs game. The guy is almost as big as a hockey fan as I am. I'm just kidding. But it was just, I was like, wait a minute. I could do that. That's damn right. I could do that. And it would be the most fun. And so I started doing it. And then as time went on, I got a few, once I gained a bit of a following, I had a few people be like, oh, you got to come and play with us. Because I had pictures up from when I was younger playing. Yeah. Like, skates and since like, I don't even know. So I got the skates back on. And it was hilarious because I'm 5'11", and I'm like pretty scrawny. So people were like, you look like a baby giraffe, and then so they always give me stupid gifts with baby giraffes now. But yeah, I started playing up again. I actually have a game tonight at 11. So pretty fun.
Wow.
Yeah, midnight hockey. It's not a game. It's like for fun. We scrimmage and stuff, but it's the best now that I finally remembered how to backskate and stuff. But yeah, hockey is, I can't think of another thing in the world that has such a incredible community behind it. And let's be real here. No offense. I know you guys like basketball and baseball and football. Like there's no athletes like hockey players. They're so different. Totally different vibe. No heads up their asses for the most part. You don't get these like cocky bastards for the most part. Looking at you, Tony D'Angelo, but no, for the most part. So love it.
So yeah, I mean, you could definitely feel that passion coming from you.
Yeah.
So obviously you started by watching, the Rangers in the finals. So is that why you went? You're from Long Island. Usually, Long Islanders usually go on the Islanders side of things. So
raised right. My little brother, actually, my younger brother Liam, he was such a diehard Rangers fan. His bedroom was a Rangers bed, like my mom painted it and the whole thing. And I just really loved the original six situation. And I had been to a couple of Islanders games, but I had been to a few Rangers games, and I was so blown away by MSG. I loved it, the team, the whole thing, and I just built some. So that's my team.
I mean, the Islanders can't even get their homes right.
They're
like, okay, we're going to play at the Coliseum. We're going to play at Barclays. We're going to build a new stadium. We're going to build a new arena. I mean, just figure it out. Like, play.
I'm crap on any team all the time, but I do respect all the teams for the most. Like for certain players, I really hate. Fuck you, Tom Wilson. There's a few players that I can't stand. Brad Marchand. I really, really don't like Tom Wilson. But the Islanders are good. I'm stoked to see how the rest of this series goes. I think they're playing right now, actually.
Yes, they are. They pulled it within one before. It's 2-1 Penguins. The second just ended.
One going into second intermission.
There we go. Let me get that on here. Correct. So I wanted to ask you, and thank you for coming on again. The 94 team. I remember the 94 team. Mark Messier, Adam Graves. I met Stefan Matteau on that team. Obviously Mike Richter was on that team. Mm-hmm. They beat Pavel Bore and the Canucks and the Devils and Ronnie Brodeur.
Yeah.
Does your dad and your brother still talk about that 94 team? Because
not particularly. I think one of my brothers, my little brother Liam, I call him my little brother. I don't know if anybody is watching this and you looked on my Instagram, there's a picture of me and a kid who's monster size. It was at hockey, so we're both in our gear. The kid is huge. Yeah. He's like 6'5", 230. That's he and I are tight. He and I are besties. Yeah. He's my Rangers, but like we go if I had, and I've said this, I think I said this on another podcast. So if to say it again, it's going to have to be the case. If the Rangers ever made it to the Stanley Cup Finals and I had tickets to the game, there was nobody else in the entire world that I'd bring. I don't care if I'm married. I don't care. My little brother Liam is coming with me, and that's the end of that. Yeah. But they don't. I think I hockeyed them out. My parents are like, I can't hear anything more about hockey at all. Wow. You're killing me. And I'm like, but don't you want to know who the Rangers had a meeting with for coach? And then they're like, no. Okay, fine. Who? So they still love it, but it's really mainly. I've far surpassed my brother, but he and I are the ones who really, really, really loved it.
And so tell us about your show. How did you come up with the idea for the show? I mean, did you just say, you know what, let me just, just do it on the fly?
Yeah. Well, that's what I usually go into things. With something in my mind. But yeah, the idea, like I said before, it came from the Steve Dangle thing. You're just talking about your team. I'm very, I guess the word is expressive or loud or whatever, passionate. I don't know. I'll get fired up. So I'll go into making these videos and I'll have, for the most part, I won't have a full written script, but I'll know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to talk about. Right. And half the time it just goes, and that's why it's edited so choppy. I cut so much because it's just either I'm cracking myself up or I'm cursing myself out. Yeah. Or I just go on like a tangent, and you know what I've found? I've found my best videos. One of my first videos that ever took off was 2019 playoffs. It was when the San Jose Sharks came back and beat the Vegas Golden Knights after Joe Pavelski took one to the face, and they had that call. And this was a Game 7, and they eliminated Vegas. Everybody in Vegas is going nuts. It's their second season, so of course they don't know how to lose yet, the fans at least. And I was like, yo. And in this tangent, I went on, I'm like, you blew a 3-game lead. You were up 3 games. You had a 3-goal lead. And even if it was, and I just went off and I took that one little clip out because I saw myself was the most genuine version of me. And I put it up and like within a day, it was like 8,000 views. And people were like, you, or they got so mad or so into it. And then another one took off during that playoff series, a slew foot situation. And I was like, that was an embellishment. And people get fired up. People are super passionate. So it wasn't a slew foot. It was an embellishment though, for real. And also the Vegas Golden Knights did blow it. It's just gonna reiterate the fact that those things did happen. So.
Yes, they're on the record.
This 8,000 views. This was YouTube or was it?
Yeah, all my videos go up on YouTube for the most part. I'll throw some clips up on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah. And you got some TikTok. I've seen some of the YouTubes and some of the, some on Instagram, some on TikTok.
I try and Instagram's the easiest to do. It's just the easiest way to grow yourself. YouTube.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
But and of course at first, since I'm a girl, people are like, oh, we'll make me a sandwich. And I'm like, yeah, I'll shove it up your ass for you too. But the best thing is now, like I think having the 3 brothers helped me out a lot.
Of course, tough job.
Like, oh, you're going to say that to me, buddy? Really? What's your avatar? It's an anime character? Get the fuck out of here. Give me a break. Or I'll be like, okay. Like, seriously? Do you even know how to tie skates? Like, shut the hell up, you nerd. This isn't how you flirt with girls. I don't know if anybody told you that. But now, and this is such a huge thing, I didn't even realize it at first, but now I don't get those comments anymore. Now I'm getting comments disagreeing with or agreeing with or, challenging me on hockey alone, talking just about my opinions on hockey or my analysis, which means that they're taking it seriously enough to want to say that stuff. So I love getting hate when it has to do with my opinion. It's the best. People are taking you seriously.
Yeah, I've always hated that whole stigma that, girls can't be as passionate, if not more passionate.
Oh, buddy, about, will I be as good as the guys playing? Hell no. Absolutely not. No chance.
Well, maybe a good chunk of them.
Well, no, I'm talking. Yeah, will I be as good as like the best male hockey players? Hell no. Will I be better than those nerds on YouTube comments? Yeah, easy.
Exactly. The ones that are challenging you, you'll probably
you'll probably skate. You'll skate.
Yeah, you'll probably murder them.
Yeah, just for the fact that it would be hilarious alone. But When
that would be some nice content. Be like, okay, let's go. Meet me at the ring.
Oh yeah, you should do that. Like a TikTok video. You like.
I put this clip up the other day. I didn't even mean to do it. I was wearing a freaking Islanders jersey. We were making my buddies and I at the rink. They're the best. Also, yeah, hockey friends are the best friends in the world.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world. They started making this YouTube, and they're all pretty much younger than me. They're making this YouTube video or whatever, and I'd wear an Islanders PAL jersey, like PAL hockey.
Yeah.
Junior Islanders, and it was 17. Matt Martin's my favorite player on the Islanders. Like, love him. Don't care that he's an Islander. Love him. And this dude, he's like 6'4". He's a big boy. He gets a pass back, and I come up behind him, and I just threw. I don't know what I was thinking about. It's not supposed to be full contact. I just like threw myself. He goes down, lays me out, and then the guy on my team got the puck and went and scored. But still, it was just hilarious. I was like, you get really into it really quickly, and then you realize immediately when you hit a 6'4" dude, shit, I made a mistake. It's the best thing in the world.
That's frowned upon.
Well, a few things are frowned upon, but yeah. Like you were saying before, mostly YouTube. I'm trying to build it up as much as I can now. I haven't, I had to learn how to film. I had to learn how to set up lighting. I had to learn how to be do all like the editing and all that stuff. And then I think the hardest part to learn is how to actually be a genuine person on camera. And it's difficult. I mean, you guys know you're up on here all the time. And I spend 40 minutes in the mirror beforehand trying to fix my face enough to look in the thing. So I'm staring at myself for, 20 minutes in the mirror before. Yeah. And then I'm filming and I'm criticizing myself on all these things. And you could tell if you watch my earlier videos versus these videos, it's like two different people. So I need time to build the genuine or whatever.
We say the same thing. Our first show, mine, I was on a hamper, and I don't know what he was doing, but I think it was like we look it back and
your computer was on the hamper.
Yeah, the computer was on the hamper.
You look back, and I remember I had like stuff stacked up on books, but not even that, not even production quality, just the fact that I'm like, damn, Tara, that ain't you. Like, what the hell are you trying to portray? And then, no, it's just
keep improving each try, each attempt, and you just never stay at that same level. You just
get way more,
always try to change something else
every single time the camera goes on. And sometimes I'm like, I'm a little too comfortable right here. Get that out of there. Can't say that on the internet for the most part.
Yeah, I actually just changed up some of the graphics on screen right now. This is the premiere of the new graphics. So you're christening these new graphics. So.
Yes.
Hey guys, thanks for making me look good. Appreciate it.
I wanted to ask you this through your show. Who are some of the players that you've been able to meet? I mean, have you had any players on your show? Like who?
I haven't had any players on my show. Like I said, I used to be a model in the city. Yeah. Just pump my own tires right here, right quick. So, I used to hang out with a few of them. I met a bunch of them. And then you meet them just, going out and stuff. And I dressed like this when I would be out. And you can tell hockey players from other athletes. And they'd parade us into these little VIP sections in the clubs. And you look over and you can tell who's who. Hockey players are all sitting together having jokes. And they all look the same. It's a vibe, a big time. And I would just walk over and I'd be like, what team do you play for? And they're like, what makes you think I play hockey? And I'm like, seriously. And they're like, oh, I know it. But yeah, I've always gotten along much better with dudes too. So yeah, I've had a chance to meet a few people, a couple of just through doing this. I've met a ton of people who are just in the industry, and like analysts and it's just a matter of just say hi. Hey, what's up? You don't have to feel like you're not allowed to say hi to people.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
Nice.
And it works out for the most. Sometimes people are like, sometimes actually, oh my God, I'm not going to say the name of the person, but this is a good story.
Here we go.
All right.
That's what the show's about here. Yeah.
So this is a good one. So I was on, how am I going to say this without saying his name? I'll figure it out. So some dude, I liked one of his pictures or whatever, because I follow a few, but this is from my personal account and my personal Instagram. I liked some pictures and he was like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? Slide my DM more. Yes. And then he was like, oh, you really like hockey, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, who's your favorite player? Henrik Lundqvist? To me. That's I took that personally, like big time. I was like, what do you think? I'm fucking stupid? Like every chick, if you're like, oh, you're a Rangers fan, who's your favorite? Hank? I was like, no, actually and And I said the name of a guy who had just recently laid him out big time in a game, like took out a bunch of his teeth. And he was like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, no, he's my favorite player. And he's like, why? And I was like, he does really good dental work.
Oh,
that's a good one.
But yeah, don't shit. Just say who's your favorite player, Hank. I was like, how dare you? Like,
I met him like 15 years ago in the city one day. I think he was just he's Swedish, right? Is that where he's from? Swedish?
Sweden, yeah. He's like fell out of a GQ catalog.
Literally, but when he was first here, he was wearing like the tightest jeans I've ever seen a human wear, like rocker boots, leather jacket,
chin t-shirts and shit.
Yeah, like leather jacket, and I remember they were playing the Sabres in the playoffs, and I see him, and I was just like, "Hey, man, how are you?" He's like, "Oh, hey." I was like, "Hey, good luck for the playoffs." He's like, "Thanks, man. Tough series." But I was like, "Yeah, man, just keep going." He was like the nicest, chill guy. Now you see him. He's GQ, ties, Canali suits. I mean,
the guy is
night and day.
From the feet up, he's like a beauty. Just, I'm like, I don't even want to be around him because he's so pretty. He's going to make me look like an ugly dude. He is so good looking that even if I was the only girl in the room, people would be like, that guy's prettier than her. Actually, I was up in Canada. I was playing up in Canada where the Leafs practice. And I'm going to the bathroom and I like shut the door. I like, pull the bathroom stall thing shut. And there's an ad. They put ads on the insides of stalls. Mm-hmm. It was a Head and Shoulders ad. And Henrik Lundqvist's face is right there. And I'm like, how am I supposed to pee with this? He's staring at me. I was like, I can't pee when Henrik Lundqvist is staring at me, like through me with that hair. Like, what the fuck is Toronto doing?
Yeah.
No,
then it was back for more. Just kidding.
You also mentioned that in when you went to Canada, you actually were able to not only see but touch the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I got to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, talk to us about that.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to post that thing one day too. There's a clip. At the time, I was dating the guy up there, and he was filming it. And I was tears in my eyes. But yeah, no, I just went up there. Anybody can go. Maybe not right now, but it's in Toronto, Hockey Hall of Fame. That particular week was Gordie Howe. They were celebrating Gordie Howe and Wayne Gretzky. So they had banners up all through the city of Toronto with the 9s and the 99s.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. So they have the cup there. You go up. It's kind of like a rope. And then they have the original cup too, the actual cup, because the top's changed. The real one stays in the Hall of Fame. So it's like this big. It's like a fruit bowl. Yeah. And it's in, like, you go into this room and it's like a tomb. It's like a tomb in Egypt, almost looking like and it's all security and everything, and like the thing's locked up. If you touch it, I think you'll probably get shot instantly. But it was amazing. It was amazing. And I got to go to a couple of Leafs games too, which was awesome. Austin Matthews is unbelievable. It's almost not even fair to everybody else how good this dude is. It was great. They lost to the Caps. It was still fun.
Yeah.
If you guys get a chance, you got to go to Toronto.
I've been there. You can't turn left anywhere in Toronto. It's awful.
You can't drive in Toronto. It's like a freaking gridlock.
It's terrible. But I did drive by the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto when I was up there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool up there.
Yeah, I was loving it. They have a shootout thing. You get to play goalie and get pucks flung at you. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Nice. And a couple of years ago, you got some tickets to MSG and you sat right behind the players? Right on the glass. Yeah, actually, through all of this stuff, I've gotten to meet a ton of different people working in it. And at the time, I'd been doing just kind of kicking it up. That was 2 years ago. My birthday 2 years ago. So I think it was New York Post thing. I just happened to know one of the guys and Ron Duguay, and they were like, "Oh yeah, come down."
Oh, nice.
Okay, right, come down. And I'm like, be right there. But when I was modeling too, I was fortunate enough. Well, they would always put us up in the suite, like the Tao Suite 16, which was incredible. But I'm gonna get really into the game, man, and you're not gonna want me up there. You're gonna want me down. Like, so they're gonna be like, get her out. So I'm definitely prefer to be down in the blue seats, or hell, put me behind the glass next to Hanky all day. But it was great. It was amazing. And they played the Leafs that day too. So you get to see just how big these dudes are and how fast the game is. And my God, it's definitely ready, you guys are going to be like, well, you can't say that. Hockey's easily take the hardest sport.
Okay. No, listen.
So there's definitely truth in that.
I mean, I've never been to a hockey game, and I'd love to go, but they say that, I've never been. But it's like the speed of the game. Like, seeing the game live is much better than seeing it on TV.
Okay, I'm going to put this together. Once the season starts up,
we're
going to a game.
All right, I'm in. I'll have a jersey. I have a couple of Rangers hats. I'm in.
There's if you haven't been to a game,
absolutely.
MSG, oh, buddy, you're going to
never been to a game. Never been to a game.
Definitely at MSG for sure.
You're going to walk out of there, and you're going to be like, my life has changed. Like, you're gonna lose your mind.
So I wanted to ask you, the playoffs have started.
Yes.
So we have a resident hockey expert. His name is Tanner Johnson. Who knows? We don't know what Tanner is today, but he's our hockey guru. So now you are the hockey guru. Break down the playoffs for us. Give us some predictions. What do you expect out of the 2021 NHL playoffs this year?
Hold my beer. All right. So I put up 2 divisional videos already.
Okay.
We'll go
on
up.
TikTok?
No, on Instagram.
YouTube.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Okay.
So I got what did I write? I had it written down too. Oh, let's just go right here, boys.
There we go.
I've got my hand, and this is how you know I really care because my handwriting's trash and I just
I think that's everybody. Don't worry.
Oh, I get so into it. If it's written nicely, it means I'm not super pumped.
Got it.
Let's go here. Caps and Bruins round 1. I have the Boston Bruins taken in 6.
Okay.
The reason I had that too was just because of the goaltender matchup. They're coming in with a ton of injuries, and Boston is buzzing lately. And their goalies in Washington have 0 playoff experience, whereas Tuukka Rask, I mean, the guy played in the finals.
Yeah.
They didn't lose because he wasn't good. Like, he can handle the pressure. So that's what I got on that one, and then I've got Pens in 5
against the Islanders.
Okay. Yeah, dude, the Pens have had the Islanders in their back pocket this entire season.
So they're gonna sweep these next.
No, they'll take 4 in a row.
Well, they're up 2-1 right now.
They're up 2-1 right now, but the Islanders have the 1-0, series lead.
It's chippy right now, man. They're fighting all over the place.
I was going through just the way that they had played the entire season, and truly the entire season, the Pens were dismantling them in every aspect, across everything. Power play, PK, shots on goal, even like dangerous shots attempts. So they have managed to figure out a way to get through it, and I think they're going to take this series. We'll see how that one goes. Central, I've got Florida in 7.
Wow.
Keith Yandel. I got Florida.
Okay.
They're looking, and they were looking good all season, and I think that.
So the Lightning are up 2-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the second.
I got a friend who's
just under 3 minutes left.
Oh my God, that's like a stadium full of Florida mans. Just 1,000 Florida men. It's gonna be tight. What did I write down here? Oh well, I didn't know if Stammer was gonna come back and be absolute. He hasn't even played. Who else came back? It's not even fair. Vasilevsky is doing great, but so is Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky's playing incredible. The D on Florida and the passion that they have, I just think they have a little more fire into their ass. I think that since it is so evenly matched, that they, when push comes to shove, they'd be the ones who want it more.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I wasn't expecting to see those guys come back from injury and just be popping right off.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? It's what the hell?
Well, that's the sport, right? They just come from injury and
the other players come
play through it all.
Suck. I had the Canes. You know what? Let me check on that one too. I had the Canes sweeping. That was the only sweep that I had because the Canes are stupid good right now. But let me just see. Are they playing right now?
They won 5-2 yesterday. And game 2 is tomorrow.
So now for this series, the Pens have home ice, I guess?
Yeah, because they finished first overall and the Isles were 3rd.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. So they're 2-1 right now. Now, this is a stupid question. I don't follow hockey much. Sidney Crosby still plays for the Pens?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure.
And he's still killing it. Jesus.
Is he okay?
Yeah, you got to get to a hockey game because that's embarrassing.
Yeah. The only guy I know from the island, The only guy from the Islanders is Matt Martin, and the only reason I know him is because Boomer and Gio in the morning. He's Boomer Esiason's son-in-law. Yeah, and that's how I know him. Yeah,
I think she had a job on NHL Network for like a minute, but
yeah, I think that's how they met.
It's not a good look. That's Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, and Boomer's a huge Rangers
fan. He's a huge
fan.
hockey guy. Yeah, he's a
huge Rangers fan, and he's
man,
his son-in-law's as an Islander.
Yeah, well,
didn't the son-in-law play for the Maple Leafs too?
He played for the Leafs. Yeah, he's only played for the Cows and the Leafs.
Yeah.
I think because I do like the enforcer players, but and I do like a dude who's going to rally. I wish the Rangers had somebody like that.
Okay.
But all the enforcers, he's the one that's the most effective in terms of also putting up points.
Got it.
And rallying the squad. So I hate him for it, but I also respect the hell out of him.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I respect you.
Makes sense. You hate the ones that are doing it all right, and you just wish you had them on your team. I mean, that's just the way it is. I guess it's the success envy. I guess.
I gotta say this.
And how about the West?
The West have got Colorado in. Colorado is just too good. Colorado in 5, and then I've got Minnesota taking it in 7.
All right.
Okay.
I'll pull one through. If you're gonna watch any series, watch that one. Like if you are trying to decide which games to watch a Minnesota game. These guys are next level. The matchup is sick. Kirill Kaprizov, oh my god. And then for up in Canada, I think Toronto's going to take it. I think it's going to probably go to 7 though.
All right.
Against Montreal. But I did hear that they are going to allow fans into Montreal Stadium, the stadium in Montreal, Bell Center.
Oh wow, that's big. That's big news because Canada's been really locked down.
Yeah.
They've been it's unbelievable how extensive their lockdowns are. Yeah. And they couldn't have any fans. This is the first matchup, and hockey's their life up there. And this is like the original 6 matchup. This is like these two teams, like people would kill each other over them. And so I think they're going to allow a few thousand in only in the Bell Center in Montreal. But I think Toronto's going to take that one, and I think it's probably going to go to 7 because it's Toronto and nothing comes easy up there. And as far as the Oilers, I think the Oilers might be able to pull it off, but it'll be a longer series. It'll probably go to 6 as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
Whoever plays Toronto's a powerhouse up there.
Yeah. So who do you see?
Who do you think going into the finals?
Yeah.
Colorado.
So she's got Tanner's pick there.
Tanner must be watching, going, yeah, Colorado. Yeah.
Colorado and
the Islanders.
No, she said the Islanders are losing.
Oh, the Islanders are losing. Okay.
Maybe Carolina.
Wow.
Carolina might be a sick.
I gotta say that team surprised me. They're a team like
they're sneaky good. That's the thing.
Yeah,
team. You don't hear about it too much, but then they come in hot with this defense. Dougie Hamilton. The games are boring as hell to watch.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun hockey to watch.
Yeah.
Similar to Islanders hockey, I'll say that too. It's not a very the style of play is a little more boring. But they're a defensive minded team. But I would love to see how far they can go. And I think them playing Colorado's got to go through to the finals. I mean, that team is they do nothing wrong. And McKinnon's back. Whew. You see that fight? Did you anybody see the fight? Mika Rantanen?
The only fight that we saw, I think, was
I was gonna ask your
opinion on
your thoughts on what happened a week ago, 2 weeks ago with that.
I think it was a filthy play. I think that guy's a piece of trash, and I think that people who are saying it wasn't. Did you see my jersey from last week's game?
No, is it on the gram?
On my phone, real quick. Show you my.
Hold on, I got the gram here. Hold on.
Yeah, last week too. I'll hold it up to the screen. Show the world.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Greatest jersey and to ever come in that arena. That's for damn sure. It wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago.
Was it the one I'm rooting for Toronto? Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
Oh, you got to move it over just a tad.
There it is.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, fuck Tom Wilson. Nice.
That was my
perfect.
That was my jersey for the
What
game.
did you feel? So, what did you feel about the guy at player safety who just fined him $5,000 and that was it? Like, I thought that was horrible. Like that guy should be fired. Like he should go.
It should be. And the fact that they Rangers called him out and then the Rangers get fined? Like, but here's the thing.
On a, exorbitant amount. Yeah, but this guy almost kills a guy and gets fined $5,000.
And they're like, he jumped on his back. Yeah, it's hockey, and you're on his teammate, and you have the stick on the back of his neck, and you're punching his face into the ice. He's going to jump on your back. That doesn't mean you grab hair. The guy, Tom Wilson, went crazy. He snapped.
Yeah, it went nuts.
Grab the guy, you don't pull it. First of all, only bitches pull hair when they fight.
There you go.
So if you're going to pull somebody's hair when you're fighting on the ice, you're a bitch. You are. And then to repeatedly smash his head, like, buddy, you can't do that.
They could have killed him.
Go fight Logan Paul. Go fight your mom or your wife. I don't give a shit. But don't do that. And I think that it was completely ridiculous that they did not have anything. Meanwhile, people are getting called Buchnevich for a cross check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They call him. But here's the thing. Earlier in the season, they fired an official because he was mic'd. And his thing was on. He had a hot mic.
I saw that. Yeah, he
said, I had to get one for him quick.
Yeah.
And they kind of play, and everybody knows it. They play the game of like, you got to kind of keep, you might owe somebody one. So they might get like a penalty, even if it wasn't whatever. So they fired him because he owed them one. Pavel Buchnevich could not get suspended for that cross check to the face because the NHL owed the Rangers one. Player safety owed the Rangers one after. They couldn't suspend him if they didn't suspend Wilson at that point.
Got it.
It wouldn't be right and it wouldn't be fair. So basically it was just a big hypocritical sack of shit. And what it should have come down to is they should have done their job in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Wilson should have been suspended.
Yeah,
also,
he could have killed that guy. Like literally, it was horrible.
In the league, one of the best players the league has ever seen. Yeah. And he's grabbing him by the hair like he's like outside having a cat fight of a sorority house.
Yeah, no,
you're such a loser. The guy's such a loser.
Fuck Tom Wilson. I mean, you said it right.
He's just like, buddy, you're not even good. Like, you're good, but talk to me when you're putting up points like Brad Marchand.
But he's like an old school enforcer, right? He's kind of like what they call the goons or whatever they are.
Yeah, like then, like, dude, do you want to play hockey or do you want to try and prove how tough you are? Because if you want to try and prove how tough you are, you can go to pissing contest outside with the drunk dude in the alleyway of MSG.
Wow.
So figure it out.
The fire. I see the fire.
She's dropping the gloves right now.
Yeah, you're dropping the gloves. That's what you're doing. You are dropping gloves right now.
Huge not fan.
Did you kind of see that whole like drop the puck and then the Rangers were going to start throwing right away? You saw that coming?
I love it. Loved it. And you know what? 100 pims in the first period. Should have been more, but love it. I love the fact that the team, because the Rangers don't really have too many big, they don't have like a Matt Martin style of guy. And here's the thing. Matt Martin is an old school style enforcer and he gets the job done and he hits dudes and he's a tough motherfucker. Tom Wilson is not. So if he wants to be a big tough enforcer, take some notes from Matt Martin. Don't be a psychopath. Like a guy, I don't even know. Angel, what do you call it? What's that? Bath salts before the game. He's going to start eating his face off. Psycho.
Yeah.
Hate him.
All right. And so
everybody out there, this great content, you can see it all the time.
TikTok, Instagram,
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Go check out all of her content.
If you really want to know how it feels.
Obviously, she has a tremendous passion, and she's got some
love it. Also,
don't
screw with
some funny stuff going on.
Don't mess with our top player. The guy's a stud. He's the best. Like, I'm sorry that you're not good enough, but he's way better than you. Way better than you. So.
So, final prediction for the Stanley Cup, who's going to win it? You think Colorado's going to take it?
Yeah, I do. I think they are.
All right.
It's just you never know at this point. Yeah. It would actually be, you know what? If it was a Colorado-Toronto Stanley Cup final, that would be unbelievable. That would be fucking sick. Toronto, that's what I want. That's what I want. And it's very possible it could happen. I actually think Toronto could take out Carolina. Boom. This is my prediction.
There it is.
Colorado takes it. Toronto burns to the ground.
There you have it. Toronto's up in flames in 2 weeks. Right.
call
it one way or another. They will.
Canadian National Guard because it's going to go down.
Okay, good. Good to know.
And me and Tara connected. Originally talking about playing the field.
Right.
We were connected through a mutual connection, and then we got talking about the podcast. But tell us about like what you first thought of when you found out about playing the field.
Well, so it's funny. Like my buddy Tony, I haven't talked to him since high school, really at all. But that's just kind of the hockey thing, because he played. Our mutual friend played. He was great. He played junior the whole day. I think he was a hell of a hockey player. He reached out to me and told me about this, and I was like, oh yeah. So it's funny how I met you basically just through a dude who I knew who played hockey. Yeah. But when I saw that, I was like, sold. Where do I sign up? This is legit because I swear to God. I mean, I'm not on any dating apps anymore. I'm on Raya, whatever it is.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but like, dude, if you're not into sports, what the hell am I doing here? It's difficult. It's really difficult, especially maybe not so much so in terms of men to women.
Yeah.
If you're a female and you love sports, I don't want to date a dude who loves like being a barista or like.
Oh, that's great.
I think a dude who's super into like cars.
Yeah.
That's it. Like their passion was like a 1967. I don't know. Camaro. Yeah. I don't even know.
That's great. Not a barista. So he's talking about lattes.
Yeah,
and,
like
Instagram
bartender. Like, buddy, I don't really give a rat's ass about your smoky Manhattan bullshit. It's just an asshole's way of saying it's bigger. But if you don't like sports, you're not gonna like me. So I know that there's no point. And it also, I was like, this is gonna save so much time. It's efficient. It's the most efficient way to go about it, and I think that's
the premise. Saving time.
Such a conversation starter too. My closest guys are my closest friends are hockey friends because you go in and you say, "Hey, what's all the people that I play with? I had just recently met, but we're buddies now. Like we're tight because you just kick all of the." Bullshit out of the way, and you have something to talk about, and you have a bond immediately. And if you're a huge passionate sports fan, even if the other person is a huge fan of the same sport, but maybe like the opposite team or a different team, it can be like, there you go, you have a connection.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like the friendly banter, that rivalry.
I'm all about the banter.
Yes,
I'm here for the chirps. Like if I need to. But if a dude's like, what's a chirp? I'm going to be like, holy, Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
So you're on a date, and a guy goes, whatever, talk sports, and you start talking a little hockey, and homeboy's like, I've never been to a game. I don't know. Matt Martin, who? What?
No, not that. It's just more like, if they're just like, I never really got into sports. I'm going to be like, wow.
Yeah. At that point, you'd be like, where's the bathroom? And just walk out.
At that point, I'm going to be like, well, I never really got into you, so bye.
Oh,
ruthless. Gloves have been dropped again.
Glove drop, mic drop, whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus. Somebody's feelings are going to get hurt, and it's not going to be a good time. And I'm tired of hurting people's feelings. So I'd rather just right off the bat know that they're not going to be a weirdo who doesn't like sports.
There you go.
And there you go. I mean, that's
something to do. You'd be like, oh, do you want to watch the Rangers game? You want to sit in the room with me while I scream at the Rangers on the TV? Then it's like something to do. Love it. Or if they're an Rangers fan, I'll be like, hey, you want to go to hell? Just kidding.
That's like a perfect mission statement right there. I don't date weirdos that don't like sports.
And I'm tired of dating weirdos who don't like sports and then having to politely excuse myself and then sprint. But,
yeah, because you were you did do track, so you know how to. I
did do that all through college too. Yikes! Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking about.
You could run 100 meters fast.
I think also people who don't like sports, you need to have some kind of competitiveness in you, some passion. And I can't think of anything else that has the same level of passion that comes from or that you see in sports fans. The passion,
And also, if somebody, guy or girl, if they don't have like a passion, then it's like a smothering type of relationship.
Yeah,
because you don't have anything else to to occupy your time and your attention, and then it's more, it's just. I mean, of course, you want to be passionate about the person that you're with as well, but you can't be overly smothering.
Yeah, like I can guarantee you right now that I'll never be as passionate about whatever poor sap decides to marry me, but as I am hockey. It'll be close, but it's just a different kind of thing, it's your own. It's your own thing.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like, love it.
Safe to say that one day when you get married, it's definitely not going to be anywhere near where hockey season falls.
Oh, hell no. No, I'm just kidding. I'll figure it out. Yeah, probably in the off season.
Well, will you get married like on an ice rink or something like that?
Hell no. I'm going to have a nice little wedding. I keep saying, I say it over and over. I'm like, dude, I'm never going to date a hockey player. I'll never date a hockey player.
I think that's where you're trending, to be honest with you.
I've dated quite a few hockey players.
Yeah.
Quite a few. I've had like 2 boyfriends. They were all hockey players. But I'm like, I'm done with hockey boys. Because it's just I'm like, I know too much. But then anybody who isn't, I'm like, you're missing something. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, it's that.
But you have too many teeth.
Yeah, you have all of your teeth. And if you don't,
no, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, your nose is not crooked. What's going on?
It's fun. Like if somebody's really into any sport, you can go and play with them. Or if somebody has played that sport, or they, have that passion, and it's also cool to share it with your family.
Yeah.
Too. So it's something that you can have a bond with across the board. Mom, leave me be.
I was like, okay, so we figured out where this phantom beeping is.
Good night, sweetie. Love you. 1,000 emojis. Mom.
Nice. Well,
15 million emojis.
And you got to start getting ready for a game soon anyway.
So thank you for coming on tonight.
I have my shorts on already. Ready to rumble.
You're ready to go.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on tonight. This was fun.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
It was an absolute pleasure to have you on, and we'll be chatting after this as well. But
super glad that Tony got us in touch. I'm stoked to see how Playing the Field goes. Guys, whoever's watching too, if you're following these guys, make sure you go and follow me, because I'm going to be blasting these guys out.
Yeah, I'm following you right now. I subscribe. I just became a subscriber to your thing on
thank you very much for all the help plug. And I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to keep talking and working together.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, pretty.
And we gotta go to a game. So next,
I gotta go to a game now, boys. Wish me luck.
We have to organize that. So I will have a Rangers jersey for that.
Oh, you will. You will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I get the blue or the white?
No,
we'll bring both.
All right, fair enough.
It'll be great. It'll be so
one of each. One of each. There you go.
We'll do one of each. Sounds good.
Can't wait to be in a damn game. Holy shnikes. Yeah, you're gonna lose your mind. It's gonna be incredible.
Awesome.
But yeah, we'll get ready. So
thank you, Tara. This was fun.
Yeah, guys. I'll see you guys.
Have fun, and thank you again for coming on. The Glove Drop, everybody. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's everywhere. At the Glove Drop.
Yeah.
All right, Tara. Thank you very much, and good luck on your game.
Thanks. See you later, guys.
Bye, Tara. Good night. Man, that's awesome. You know what would be a good idea to date a girl like that? You show up to the date with like hockey gloves, a helmet, a stick, and a jersey, and skates. Just like walk in there and see what she does.
Might be too overboard.
No. But that, listen, yeah. I mean, that's yeah. But that it was great that we had her on. She was awesome.
Well, obviously, the people that are watching this, they like sports.
Yes.
Okay, that's safe to say that our viewers like sports.
Correct.
So for all your friends out there that don't like sports, they're weirdos. Anyway. No, but it was that was a lot of fun, and just stay tuned. There's gonna be some more content from the Glove Drop, and about Playing the Field as well. So definitely follow her on all the social media platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube is the main platform.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Tara, for coming on. For your predictions, let's do a quick check-in here. So the Islanders are still losing 2-1 in the 5 minutes left in the third. The Panthers are winning 1-0.
Yep.
Everything else is finished. So you got Avalanche up 1-0 in the series. Carolina, as she had predicted, is going to do well. They're up 1-0 in the series. The Bruins are tied with the Capitals 1-1 in the series. And the Lightning is up 1-0 in the series. It just said 1-0. Where did it go 2-1? How did it get 2-1? I guess there was a glitch on Google. Yeah. So it's 2-1 Lightning at the end of the second period.
Yeah.
So they look, they're in position to go up 2-0. Barring whatever happens in the third period. And let's do a quick check-in on NBA.
Yeah, the Celtics.
See how the Celtics are doing.
They're down 4 to Washington. Wow.
I'm telling
you, Bradley Beal and
so they're
and
just
Russ.
approaching halftime in 40 seconds. So it's pretty much an even game. I mean, we'll see what happens in the next 40 seconds. Wizards could pad the lead just a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow night, you got the Spurs and the Grizzlies kicking it off. You got facing off at 7:30, tipping off, and then you got the main event, the MVP favorite, and Steph Curry, the guy that could shoot the ball in the basket from pretty much anywhere he wants.
Yeah,
where he damn well pleases. And then you got a hobbled LeBron James.
Correct.
He's got a hobbled ankle. But he is the king. And they have some great players on that team. Anthony Davis. So it's going to be a very hard fought matchup. My guess is that the Warriors sneak this one out, and the Lakers win on Friday.
That's a big prediction, and that game is in LA,
just because of LeBron being a little hobbled, and
understood.
Steph Curry not. That's and I know it's not just LeBron on that team, but the Warriors have a team around Curry as well. So I think that they're both going to end up in the playoffs.
Okay.
But I think the Warriors advance tomorrow night. The Lakers will advance Friday night.
Understood. Wow. Okay. So it's going to be
my prediction.
This is interesting because I've never really I wasn't really a big fan of this playing, but when I saw that it's a one-game deal watching Steph and LeBron, I was like, who's not going to sign up to watch that? That's going to have the biggest rating of the year.
Yeah, so they got two chances.
Yeah, LeBron's hurt as somebody just went yard for the Mets. Oh, no, that was earlier.
Well, Freddie Freeman hit a home run before.
That's what it was. But
the Marlins are in a delay. Blue Jays are beating the Sox 6-0. The Mets won 4-3.
After one of their players almost got killed last night, they won 4-3. So, good for the Mets.
Yeah, they won it with a go-ahead run in the top of the ninth.
Yeah.
Top of the ninth, they got the go-ahead. So it's a good step for the Mets, especially since they're missing, a baker's dozen
pretty much
at this point of their starting rotation, and they have their prize prospect that they traded away a couple years ago for Cano, and Diaz, hitting a home run in his major league debut the other day. And how did Pujols do yesterday? Because for everyone that doesn't know, Pujols was cut by the Angels and scooped up by the Dodgers.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on one second. Now that my internet's working again. Man, the whole time I'm on this thing, I was thinking, what if my internet just crashes?
Oh, yeah.
That would have been bad.
No, I didn't want to see that. So yesterday he went 1 for 4 with an RBI.
Okay. Yeah, and the Yankees are up 5-4 in the.
And then right now he hasn't gotten an at bat yet today.
Yeah.
The Yankees are what?
They're up 5-4 against Texas. So listen, it's going to be Ohtani has 13 home runs leading the majors, huh?
Oh yeah, that was the other big story. Dude's leading the majors in home runs, and he's got like a 2-point ERA. He's tied with Max Scherzer in ERA.
It's amazing. It's incredible, this guy's talent.
I mean, that is the kind of person that will change the game of baseball, like the way that it needs to be. You need to have these, like, you know, these players of this kind of caliber. Like when did it go from like pitchers just forgetting to hit?
Pitchers
like they just
never
worked,
Mike.
but they were at one point when they were playing. When they were playing at lower levels, they were, and then they just stopped focusing on it, and they focused, they doubled down and tripled down on their pitching repertoires.
I mean, but that's what
I get it, but look at what a good hitting pitcher can bring.
Nothing.
To the league.
They get 1 or 2 hits a year
because of how they. But Babe Ruth was a pitcher.
That was 1921.
And he led but my point is that is how it was, and it's changed drastically since then.
Because change is the law of life, and the game has changed. And pitchers were never this great at hitters. This notion that these pitchers were great at. No, they're great pitchers because they can pitch.
But what about like Rick Ankiel?
What about Rick Ankiel? He ended up he couldn't pitch in the outfield,
and then he moved.
He was an outfielder.
Outfield, and he was hitting bombs.
Because he could pitch. Like he wasn't. He was never a pitcher. Rick Ankiel was never a pitcher. He is a guy who got the yips and had to go to the outfield.
All right.
Yeah. With that being said, it's another great episode. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Tune in Thursday.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna everyone enjoy the LeBron Curry matchup.
Yes, we're gonna get
tomorrow night, and then Thursday night we will break down the rest, the final play-in games. You will have the Pacers playing the winner of this Warriors-Celtics game Thursday night while we're live.
Yeah.
And then we will preview Friday night's, Laker Warrior loser versus, the Memphis Spurs winner on Friday night. And we will have a resident basketball expert joining us for a few minutes as well to give his takes. He was on the show before, Mr. John Hartophilis.
Yes, John.
From Gen Z Basketball, the podcast, and he's, if you haven't taken a look at his stuff, like guy's like got like 140 episodes this year alone, and great people in the basketball industry. So if you're a basketball fan, go and check it out. For sure. But we'll see him on Thursday, and we also have another special guest joining us, Lucas McKnight from formerly of the Cubs, and he's the director of baseball and softball at Visual Edge. Until then, everyone have a great night, and we will see you Thursday. Enjoy the matchup. The great play-in matchup tomorrow night with LeBron and Steph Curry.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Peace.
Good night.